dangerous to go alone, so you better find another. The sky scraping the ground, and we don't roll our windows down, 'cause things just ain't the same anymore in this town. Taking a ride downtown, taking a trip through the rubble, taking a look around. All I see is trouble. Making my way back home, making my way to cover. It's dangerous to go alone, so you better find another. The sky is scraping the ground, and we don't roll our windows down, 'cause things just ain't the same. Things just ain't the same, and things just ain't the same anymore in this town. Odate, alla Amelia Faye, odate, alla Amelia Faye. Orate, alla Amelia Faye, orate, alla Amelia Faye. Ese, ándate, ese, ándate, ese es tu donde, a la vida ve. Ese, ándate, pa 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 pa. Ese, ándate, pa 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 pa. Ese es tu donde, a la vida ve. Nada que el sol ve, llénate la necesitane, a verse como que salas fue, solo peo, llénate la seo, necesitane, a verse como que salas fue. Ese, ándate, ese es tu donde, a la vida ve. Ese, ándate, pa 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 pa. Ese, ándate, pa 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 pa. Ese es tu donde, a la vida ve.
Why, hello everyone! Welcome to the stream.
Hi, everybody.
Who here likes spaghetti?
I like spaghetti. You are notorious spaghetti hater, Six Detmar.
Yes, this was a trap. You've outed yourself as a fool and a coward.
Uh-huh.
Please let us know about audio levels. Obviously, we'll make any adjustments we need to, but it's great to have y'all here on this fine Thursday afternoon.
It's Thursday. That's what they say, right?
It is. I want to start off. So, okay, what are we doing today, Kyrie?
Well, about a week ago, we opened up donations. We wanted to start a little donations drive, a little Friendsgiving 2025, as I've been calling it. We are raising money for the Pomona Valley Food Bank and the Capital Area Food Bank. These are food banks in Southern California and Washington, D.C., respectively. And we're doing streams this month to be able to raise some money. And if you follow any of us, me, my Six or Jennifer on social media, we've been blasting this out as well. But until the 20th midnight, we are trying to raise funds for these food banks. But we want to give you something a little back, right? You are sharing, the audience is sharing their funds in this time of need, so we're going to have a little fun. We've had some updates since the last stream.
We
as
have.
You can tell by the bar.
So yeah, you're looking at the bar up there. That bar is going up to $400, which is, we're our original ask here, which we might be able to get past, which is exciting. But original ask was like, we have 2 food banks we're going to donate to. We're going to donate to Pomona Valley Food Bank near me here in SoCal, and then Capital Area Food Bank over near y'all in DC. And we're going to donate. We're going to split the money evenly between the 2. So we were like, we will donate from our site funds that we save up. 200 to each of them, 400 total. And it's like, hey, it's a good donation goal. What if, all in all, our listeners, our viewers, our readers, were like, hey, you match us. We're almost there already, which is wild.
Yeah. Yes, we barely started. And to be clear, these donations came in, I think, this morning.
I mean, we've had a history of donations. I'm going to go through the whole list. We started, our first stream was a week ago, right? Was Jen started us on last Thursday with Arctic Eggs. Down on our YouTube channel, you can catch the stream archive of that. Jen finished streaming that, and then Kyrie managed to patch it together last night, so that is up for anyone to enjoy. But I want to read over just some of the donations we've gotten here, because obviously we're really close to our goal. I'm excited to go past the goal, but and also this just came up in chat, but just to say, hey, not reason we are asking for funds for people is because money is tight for people, right? And so being here, watching, supporting, letting people know this is happening is all helping, is all supporting. There are different kinds of support. I'm going to make a little tweak to the audio real quick.
Thank you. But yes, if even all you can do is just share our posts on Blue Sky, or let others know that this is happening, that's fine. And frankly, we're pretty close to our original donation goal. A lot of money is going to be going to these food banks, so if you're just kind of here to enjoy the show and support us being able to support people in need, that's all you really need to do. But if you are able to, if your means allow for it, we are encouraging you this month, not just through our thing. If you are elsewhere in the country and you have a local food bank that you want to support outside of your grocery store or whatever, donate to them as well. Also, and just as a note, cash goes a long way with these food banks. Briefly, a lot of these food banks have been talking, especially with the freezing of SNAP benefits that happened pretty much most of last month, right? The food banks around the country were saying cash lets us go farther because they can take your $1 so much further because they can buy things in bulk. If you donate 1 can of green beans, whatever, that means 1 person gets a can of green beans. If you donate $1, that means 6 people get cans of green beans, just kind of on the level we're working at here.
But also, any kind of help is good help. And also, hey, you want a metagame for a second here? If you are watching and you're like, I don't have money, I don't have food to spare, but I can tune in and watch the stream, you are helping boost the stream's numbers, and that will help us next time we do one of these drives, because this isn't going to be the last time we stream for charity, so you are still helping.
Exactly.
But yeah, I want to read out. We got our first donation back on Thursday with Luis Garcia for $5. Message: thank you for all you do. Hope this helps. We got a $15 donation from Stove. Appreciate all the work that you'll do. We got $40
I'm
from
making the heart hand.
yeah.
Like for all of you, I'm making the heart hands. You can't really see it right now, but I am making it with my hands right now.
We got $40 from the Red Seraph, currently in chat. Hello, Seraph. Good to see you. Thank you for all that you do. $45
thank
from
you.
Wee. I don't know who that is. Just like, like the
Well-
exclamation from like a roller. Maybe it was Billy Corbin riding the roller coaster.
That's right. It was Billy Corbin who sent us $45, which I think he could send more, but you know what? Maybe he wants to keep it on the sly.
Or maybe he's donating to a bunch of ones. I hear he's definitely a good person. That's definitely what I hear.
Definitely.
This morning we got a huge one from our friend Grant, occasional Mechanista guest and host of a bunch of Ironicus, you might know, General Ironicus, donated $250. Can't attend the streams, but I can help feed Pomona Valley in the capital area. Thank you so much. That's really huge.
That's humbling. I'll just say that. I was like kind of the one managing the Ko-fi page this morning and writing I was flabbergasted. Thank you all. And then one last one. Go ahead and read that one out.
Yeah, last one we got $20 from Anarchy, one of your friends, right, Kyrie? Helping us out and getting us even closer to this goal.
Right, and she did tell me in a DM that I did get permission to read out that I did put out a challenge now that we're so close to meeting this one. She did say, your ass be better having to sing that song, because I have posted a challenge that if we reach 800 in donations from y'all, I will in fact sing the Stroganoff song from Symphogear, a absurd song about beef stroganoff, that famous dish from anime and manga. I will gladly humiliate myself if we are able to. With 800, that will have ostensibly tripled what we were going to give anyway. And me embarrassing myself on the internet is basically my second job these days. So I will happily do that. But that is the challenge I've put forth. If we can reach 800 by the end of my stream next week, I'll be singing that song. And if, we'll cross that bridge if we get to it. If we get beyond that, we might have to start scrambling and find other stretch goals, but whatever, right? We'll see. But that's the current challenge. But anyway, let's play some games. You've already kind of got us started. You're playing Cook Serve Delicious 1.
Yeah, so we're gonna go through, and we are going to first we'll do like straight 1, 2, 3 forever. Every we'll do an in-game day and then move on to the next one, and then I'm happy to bounce around. If I am not placing this behind a money thing, but if you donate and you're like, play Cook Serve Delicious 2 next, we'll probably do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
$5.
I'm not trying to make this a pay to play. I'll listen to chat as well. Right now we are in Cook Serve Delicious 1. I have this on hard mode, on extreme difficulty. The game's basically forever is, well, I would say Cook Serve Delicious 1 is the hardest game. Cook Serve Delicious 2 is... no, sorry, I said that completely wrong. Easiest game. 2 is fairly hard. 3 can get really hard. And then Forever tones it back down again, but also changes things in an interesting way. So we're going to do one game in-game day at a time. And I will say, I will obviously do my best. I promise, I will not restart. Normally, if I'm on my own and I fuck up, I will immediately restart. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I don't have enough money. That's expensive.
That's crazy.
And then the other thing is, I will do my best to engage, but it is sometimes hard to talk.
Right. That's what I'm here for. Also, I might also bring this up. Something that you may be seeing on your screens is some cooking tips floating behind Six here. The idea is that Six and I probably collectively have a lot of years of experience as chefs. Like, not necessarily on anything on a professional level beyond working, restaurant jobs, right? Like you've done line cooking, I believe, before. Six. I mostly was just like kind of on the server end of things, but I do a lot of cooking at home. You do a lot of cooking at home, and we decided to like kind of compile a bunch of like practical tips and tricks that you can use. These are a mix of like things that you could do to, just make things a little easier for yourself. Some of them are legitimate safety tips as well, because there are a lot of things in the kitchen that can go wrong. It's not that scary, but also there are times in which you should be careful. So we have safety tips in there, and I might read out a couple of them or something, and we'll just kind of talk about them. But one thing I do genuinely believe is that, like, how do I do? One thing I do genuinely believe is that a lot of people convince themselves that they cannot cook. This is I find it's a sad, like, kind of phenomenon, like, to me anyway, where people will think, like, cooking is too complicated. This is something that I could never get and be able to do myself. That is not true. Cooking is a skill, like any other skill. It can be practiced, and you can get better, like, with practice. Like,
yeah, I got started cooking very early as a kid, but my definition of cooking at the time was, oh fuck, I fucked up this one, adorable, right?
yeah.
It was like, here, Mom, I reheated canned refried beans and grated some cheese. We have burritos. It was, humble origins, I would like to say.
I did one thing that one of the first things I learned to do, which isn't like really a dish or whatever. It was I would take a can of like frozen orange juice, put it in a blender, and just mix it with water and blend it, and called it like a slushie. Not
Sure.
really much of anything. I did learn how to make other things though. Baked ziti, I think, was the first thing I really taught myself, like all the steps, because I really like pasta, right?
Oh no.
But you got some dishes to do.
It's so many before you get the dishwasher.
Oh damn.
Oh wait, I gotta wait for the. Oh, that's what's going on. I haven't done it. I'm fucking up left and right. Oh, I'm in so much trouble.
Listen, oh man.
It's been a while.
Anyhow. So
I should not have done Bananas Foster. I'm so hosed.
Yeah, Oh, you are really hosed. Everybody fucking needs it.
I'm doing so bad.
Oh man. Maybe listen. Maybe you need to ease back into it. Maybe you need to like.
Coward talk.
Okay. All right. Well, we got through rush hour. That's the important part. Anyhow, ziti was one of the first things I learned how to cook. That was one of me going through the steps of boiling all the noodles, draining it, assembling all the things, working the oven, that sort of thing. For an 8-year-old, that's a lot of steps. But then, like, you start to realize, like, kind of like even within the mechanics of Cook Serve Delicious, is like, yeah, it's doing, like, line cook stuff. Like, really, cooking is, to make light of that one very goofy Yakuza screenshot, it's like, cooking is a combination of ingredients. I'll remember that for later.
Yeah, it's ingredients and it's techniques, right? But
Yeah.
you can go more or less technique heavy, and there are lots of amazing dishes you can learn to make with, frankly, basically no technique, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Off the top of my head, trying to think of like something that is like really, it depends on your definition of impressive. Is it like lots of complex flavors, or is it like something that is visually appealing but very simple? But I don't know, like, again, with this, like, attitude of people convincing themselves they don't know how to cook, I was, working with a veterinarian, like, you know, like a couple weeks ago. We were talking about cooking, and he mentioned, like, oh, I have to let my wife do all the cooking. I was like, well, why is that, doctor? And said, it's like, well, I don't know how to do anything. I can only poach an egg. It's like, you are, like, 3 steps away from, like, an Eggs Benedict, right? Like, if you can poach an egg, you got, like, kind of the hardest part down.
Especially these days. You know, we've got a tip in this lineup here, but, like, I'm a big Eggs Benedict fan. There is this reputation of it being a very hard dish because of the hollandaise, right?
Right.
And I see how that happens. But with the advent of modern appliances, Eggs Benedict, and especially hollandaise, is really easy now.
Oh, yeah. You can, like, at a certain point, you just need a... You don't even need, like, you can use, like, a really inexpensive hand mixer. Like, that just helps, like, speed things along. Or if you have a blender, and you don't even need to have, like, a nice blender.
You don't even need to have a full blender. Like, a stick blender works just fine, an immersion blender.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. And that'll let you just, like, kind of emulsify everything into the kind of, like, the hollandaise. That is, like, the kind of key part of, like, Eggs Benedict. But it is also a dish with a lot of, like, flexibility. Because cooking also, like, when you look at recipes, people often think, oh, I have to follow lots of exact steps. Now, listen, if you are baking is closer to, like, a science at times, rather than something you can kind of go by instinct. You really should pre-measure a lot of your stuff when it comes to baking, but even within that, there's some stuff that you just can kind of wing.
Mm-hmm.
How's the restaurant business going? 6.
I'm getting a little better. Bananas Foster was a really bad pick for this. Because it has a step where you have to wait, and that screws you. In extreme difficulty, you have to be moving at all times. And anything that requires you to stand still is gonna cause problems.
Right. Since we don't have chat on screen, as Seraph kind of, like, brings up, it can't, like they find cooking kind of a mentally taxing task, but helping out with some more smaller prep tasks and slowly helping more and more until they were, like, making full dishes by themselves. It's like it can be a mental load thing sometimes to be, like, juggling a lot of stuff, but I'll be honest, like, unless you're a chef on, like, Chopped or fucking whatever, like, if you have the time, you could probably afford yourself more time than you think.
Honestly, better than I expected. Not
bad Not bad.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but...
Well, you got 18 out of 19 chores. Look, some days are just like that. Some days are just like, as long as most of the chores are done, that's a good day.
Indeed. Oh boy, what a meal.
I love your restaurant. I'm a local blogger. God, when was this game made again? Like, this was like...
It's been a while.
Like, I know the dev is working on a remake.
That's correct, yeah. Cook Serve Delicious Remastered should be out next year, I believe. Early next year, I think, is the plan.
Yeah, Chubagon's, like, has been, like, posting about it on Blue Sky, apparently, about, like, what they are preparing for that game. But, like, the original game was... Oops, let's see, Cook Serve... 2013.
All right, fair enough.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. That's 2013 on Steam. It was 2012 on just as an executable.
Yeah, I remember buying it off the Vertigo Gaming site as just a fucking exe. Yeah. Because this is, a lot of, like, in basically every... Let me see if I can actually take a look at this. But, like, in basically every Cook Serve Delicious game, you are going to find... that there are some recipes that are shout outs to the original Giant Bomb Quick Look, because that is kind of how all this took off, really, is shot an email over to Giant Bomb when the game was not doing great. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to see a specific recipe. I'm just trying to see a specific recipe. You know what? I might not be able to see it with this one. I might need to go to the ballpark burger. If I remember where that is. Anyway,
let me see. Yeah.
Like there are, you know, some things from that original, you know, we can I think we even saw a little bit the Gersman, right?
Oh, sure.
But like there are shout-outs to that original Giant Bomb Quick Look that helped the game sort of get an audience. And it's like, it's one of those things where, you know, these days, for a long time now, I say these days, but you know, it's been more than a decade of this, of like, making a good game isn't good enough. You also have to win the lottery.
Yeah, you really do.
These games have always been worth the attention they get. It's just been a question of, you know, making that happen.
Right. And, you know, this is Giant Bomb, you know, 13 years ago doing this stuff. Like, just kind of like you know, Giant Bomb has been like decently popular for a while, but like that was like the momentum was kind of building for that site. And, you know, it really does like
Bad RNG.
It is sometimes like just down to like just complete and total dumb luck, right? One streamer just kind of like shows off your game, and then suddenly it like you know, blows up, which is like in it of itself can be like, it's I would like to say like kind of a neutral thing, right? Like on one level, like, you know, streaming culture or whatever can bring attention to like games that wouldn't necessarily be able to be advertised, monetized, whatever, in like via traditional means. But then, you know, like most things, like streaming just kind of became like the advertising strategy of like a bunch of publishers. So, you know.
So in Cook Serve Delicious 1, we just did a normal day. Cook Serve Delicious 1's main mode is just, you know, you're running a restaurant and you choose your foods for the day and you run the day. That mode exists in Cook Serve Delicious 2. Right. It didn't originally, and it wasn't part of the original plan. It's that people complained, and I think they were wrong to complain, right? The main mode is Chef for Hire, where you are working and helping out at various, like, basically like pre-built levels, right? There's still RNG as to what pops up, but it's like, here's how busy it is. Here's like how many like stations and stuff you have. Here are the drinks that'll be on offer and the foods that'll be on offer. And these pre-built levels make for a pre-built challenge that is better tuned and is really, I think it's this mode is why I think Cook Serve Delicious 2 is the best one. I think this mode is spectacular. And that people were like, but I want to be able to pick my, it's like, fine, but like, don't ignore what's here, man.
Right, because there could be like a very intentional pacing to level design by that way, like almost, you know, I've brought up this example like I think a couple times on podcasts, like by now, like this thing where the Doom designers talked about this idea of placement of certain enemies and placement of certain things allowed you to kind of pace the level and change the way the player has to approach it. And in here, like, yeah, like if you cannot choose the dishes, it's like you have to kind of wrap your head around like the mental puzzle that is, how do I do all these things?
And you get like, I mean, there are different challenges associated with different foods, right? You can have some foods that are like brownies here. Brownies, I just like, I prep them in the holding station here before people show up. And then I just hit, when someone shows up, I don't do any customization. I just say, yes, it's ready, and it goes, right?
Right.
Or I have, you know, the espresso here, which I can't prepare in advance. It's a simple one, but it goes like, it burns really fast. So you got to be really prompt serving it. And so you combine these different factors and you will get some of these levels where it's like, hey, this one is just all holding stations. It's all stuff that's pre-prepared. You just fill up your holding stations and then just hand stuff out to the masses en masse. You'll have ones that are way more like these variables allow them to create some really fun levels. This one is kind of easy, it seems like, so far. But I'll take it. Uh-oh, rush hour alert.
Easy enough to share your screen with me.
Sure, why not? As a treat.
As a treat. Hold on. There we go.
Whoopsie.
Okay. No, it's all good. I didn't want to break up the conversation for just
Mhm.
like. Anyhow.
Of course, all the chores hit right before. What a shitty thing to do.
Ain't that the fucking truth, huh?
Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong. Okay,
Man.
it's fine. I still remember. Oh, one thing that has spoiled me is there's a feature of Quick Serve Delicious 3 where there's like a quick serve button that just serves everything that's ready. And boy, you get spoiled by that shit.
Sure.
Oh, cinnamon rolls. That's fine. We're doing fine. Get some sides going.
Pack of donuts. Americano. The Americano is such a fucking funny like coffee. It's such a fucking funny like coffee thing because I think the idea was like when a bunch of Americans were in Europe during World War II or whatever, and were experiencing espresso for the first time, they couldn't handle like the caffeine and like the density or whatever of like the coffee, so they just fucking added more boiling water to it.
Well, I think that's sort of the story that people tell,
Sure.
and I think it's like, I mean, I'm sure that was the case for some people, but it's also like coffee is a habit-forming thing, right? And when you get used to, I have my coffee here, I set it by my desk, I drink it over the course of the day, and you're given an espresso. It's like, well, that doesn't work for this. The use case is different, you know?
No. Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. It's like an espresso is something that if I like whenever I have espresso, it's been a long time since I've had espresso, honestly, like many years, because I used to work at a cafe and I really liked working at that cafe. I learned a lot about coffee and learning to like appreciate it. But like an espresso is something that you drink within like, you know, an hour basically when it's like very hot, and also just like you get to sit in the cafe and drink it, right? If you are like most people, however, like you just need your coffee to go, because as you put it, it's something that you drink over the course of like an hour or two, like if not longer. Like you put it in a carafe that can like kind of keep it warm or cold if it's like an iced coffee, and you just drink it slowly over the day, and it's still an equivalent amount of like caffeine, right? Because like espresso is just a lot. Like don't be like Dan Reichert like one time on a Bombcast in which he talked about drinking like basically the equivalent of like 4 or 6 espresso at once.
That seems like a bad call.
It's a bad call. You should only really have 1 or 2. Although there's also a red eye that some people get, where you get like it's regular drip coffee. Oh, it's a drip coffee with an additional shot of espresso.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't heard the name, but I am aware of this. Yeah.
I did have to explain. Sure. I did have to explain to a client who came to our cafe at one point that when they ordered a macchiato that we prepare it, actually what a macchiato is, like what Starbucks calls a macchiato is basically just a latte, like a modified latte, which by the way, there is a Starbucks like strike going on. Don't drink at Starbucks, just as a reminder. Anyway, yeah.
I do have to stop to you reacted to this, but I have to follow up on chat. Dr. Teflon says, I may have drank 4 today over the day.
Oh,
please tell me you just meant coffees and not red eyes. I mean, like, listen, you do what you gotta do, but like I would be happier knowing it was not that bad, my friend. Espresso. I mean, you know, that's a lot, but that's not devastating. It's not a red eye. You know, that's not devastating. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, some days truly are like that. And also, you know, habit forming stuff, right? If your body gets used to the caffeine, what option do you have?
Sure. Right.
Weaning yourself off is hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we had a perfect day, gang.
Whoa. Perfect day. No bad. We're all perfect. Wow.
Not all delicious, because I did at certain points I ran out of sides, but like,
Sure.
you know, gold medal. What do you want? Oh, and I earned a wall.
You earned a wall.
This is a good moment to show off my. Okay, let's go to the restaurant designer. So my restaurant's a little unhinged.
Yeah. Could you tell me walking into your restaurant? It's like, so what's the motif? I see. Are those paintings intentionally on the floor because they're gonna be hung at some point?
No, okay. So first of all, glass wall.
Okay.
It's a little rain streaked right now
Sure.
because it's raining outside. And then we had an artist paint as though brick was poking through the glass, which I think is sick. That's not what that
Like kind of
sticker is intended for, but
sure, kind of to like, represent that even within this seemingly clear wall, there's still a brick of prison.
no, I just thought it was fucked up.
Sure.
Here
You
we have.
absurdly low hanging.
We'll get to.
disco ball.
Yeah, we have the disco ball. It's made a bunch of little like glass little ornaments here. That's a. I mean, it's been years since I've touched this, but a relatively recent addition. There's also this, very tacky pillar which blocks access to one of the seats, which I think is really funny. We have this like picture of the cat really jealous of spaghetti. We have the Statue of Liberty with a sickle and like dagger. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the stream. We're just showing off this custom restaurant I built.
This fucked up restaurant.
We have a bunch of the 4 generations of PlayStation controller here, but and then of course the countertop. It's hard to see here, but the countertop kind of looks like a pie crust, like a lattice pie crust.
It does just kind of look like a trough of pie that you would set out to like attempt to break a world record of like most pie eaten in 15 minutes.
But of course, the first thing you latched onto was the dog paintings, and the idea behind the dog paintings is we want it to always feel vaguely uncomfortable, like there is a dog begging for your food.
Okay, so just okay. So it does look. So we got like what looks like that's not a French bulldog. That's like bulldog. We got ourselves a more bricks. Kind of like a beagle puppy, and then a Sheltie, like on the right here.
What did it? Oh, I see. I'm trying to move it up because it looks a little too dark. There we go. That's a little better.
Right. And also the Statue of Liberty with the thing that kind of looks like a hammer and sickle.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that sometimes.
That's right.
Let's see. Is there any other art we want?
I don't. What else you got? We got what we got in abstract.
Oh wait, we got more dogs.
We have more dogs. Oh shit. Okay, so we got Golden Doodle.
Okay, here's
Bully,
the pug.
kind of on the right. Pug.
They need to look like they're begging though, which is very. It narrows things down.
Oh, that retriever. Hold on, one left.
This one?
Look at that with that big tongue flopping out. Yeah. Obscured by the pillar. That's more of like a cartoon dog, but sure, that works.
I mean, as long as he's upset that he doesn't get food. That's really that's just as long as you're uncomfortable
Look at we got the cat on the right doing the INTJ stare or fucking whatever.
It's so big.
It's so big. The spaghetti cat is the cutest one, though.
It might be time to get rid of this pillar, actually, real quick.
Okay, yeah. Well, hold on, is a load-bearing pillar?
About to find out.
Okay. Okay. Maybe it's in decor.
Might be. There we go. And now you can see the lion. That's
Oh,
good.
hey, that's nice.
And that leaves us room for a little more art before we switch to CSD3 for the next round.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's just, nope. Too stoic. This
Yeah.
guy's begging.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Freaking golden doodle. I don't hate golden doodles. The golden doodles are, like I've worked with are perfectly fine. I'm just be honest. Most golden doodle owners are kind of assholes. Like, it's just. It's a generalization, but I see it so often. What's that? Oh, little pig.
That's some pig.
Some pig.
Wait, can we position it so it's right? Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to move a few things, but
Yeah.
that's too perfect to not do. Edit.
Can we write
move.
text?
No, I don't believe we can.
Hmm.
There are some pieces of art that are like pre-written text. Let me see. I might actually have. Yeah.
Text?
Yeah. What's up?
What is? Wait. Okay. Wait. Hold on.
I'm holding.
So, well, okay. The giant portrait of a mecha is the most normal part about this entire restaurant. Same with like the artistic rendering of Patrick Klepek on the right here, waiting for the bus. Right. We do kind of have like a table mismatch kind of going on the right, like almost as if Patrick Klepek is at the kids' table.
So
right?
what I decided was like I had all these booths, and then it was like, oh shit, like we only bought this many booths, but they still have more space. I guess we'll squeeze a little table in here.
Sure. We got like a dinosaur just kind of like chilling. Is that like just like a framed photograph of former Pope,
I think it's Francis
was
eating a corn dog. Yeah.
He doesn't look like Francis.
I don't know my
It looks
popes like that. I don't know my popes like that. Whatever.
I think that was Pope, like Pope Benedict or whatever.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, this guy who, yeah. Listen, I grew up in Southern Maryland, which has a quite large Catholic population. I remember that around the time when John died in the early 2000s or so, I was in theater class, like, several days later, right? Several days, weeks later or whatever, is a guy just kind of bursting into the room going like, "Hey, new pope!" And he just like everybody in the room just kind of like it wasn't even a Christian or Catholic school, mind you. It was just like it was an event, right? And so
Sure.
the teacher was just like, oh shit, new pope, and just like we just flicked on CNN or whatever to watch the broadcast of the new pope.
How was that?
It was memorable.
That's good.
What do we got here? We got some.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. I mean, this place is pretty busy. We got the Queen of Hearts. We got the domino. We got the moon behind the sakura tree, which I think is very tasteful.
That reminds. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's the subject of so many songs and poems. Spy Air does have a song, like using that motif that can make me cry in certain circumstances.
Damn, this doesn't work the way I was hoping.
Damn.
I was hoping the net would like be over the table so I could like capture people.
Oh, sure. Right. like Fulton people, like while they're eating their spaghetti or whatever.
Mm-hmm. There we go,
The
that's the
consume,
one.
consume, 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 consume. Eat, 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 eat. Very on the nose. You know,
I mean, you know,
it's the kind of oppressive like restaurant design that is actually kind of a thing. Sort of like with
this
certain
is the thing.
restaurants.
When I made this, it wasn't.
Sure.
Because it's been that long. Anyway, I guess before we're gonna move on to 3, but just judgment call, folks. Do I have a 3? I don't have a 3. 1 or 2 when we come back. This is 1. This is 2. Kyrie, you don't get a vote. This is chat's call.
This is like, hold on, are they overlapping?
Yeah, I think I think if I switch fast enough, I break it.
Yeah, because if you overlap them, it truly becomes like chaos. Tell you what, I will put up a poll. I think I could do that as a mod action.
Whoops, I clicked away. Hang on, that only affects on my end. Y'all are good. That's great.
Okay, how do I? Oh God, how do I make a poll? Because we can make a poll and just run it for like 5 minutes, and just be like, "Hey, which one do you want?" I'm
Sure.
so good at Twitch, y'all. Like, I can obviously do this. Twitch, make poll. How to create a dashboard. Oh, okay. You might be able to make one faster. Down in channel points.
I'm on it. I've got it.
Hold on. All right, thank you. Thank you. Pope Benedict. Oh, yes. Yeah. Pope Benedict 16. He was all about the style. Francis, he's less flashy clothes.
Okay,
cool.
You have 2 minutes.
All right. Reminder, poll, like, consume, or dog want cookie. Yes, that is, that's what we're going with. Let's play some, like, CSD 3, huh?
Let's do it. Let's pull up our, okay, we got our volume mixer here.
Uh-huh.
And then, whoop. And then for Kyrie, we go like,
thank you.
there's a way to just switch the window, but I don't know how, so I'm just going to, oh no, here we go. Change stream to 3.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
This is the one where you are operating a food truck in the post-apocalypse.
That's
right?
correct. That's correct. Yes. I mean, yeah, post-apocalypse is fair. I mean, you can see that the map of the United States looks a little wonky.
Yeah, no, not doing great. It looks like Oregon got just kind of obliterated.
East Coast got all kinds of fucked up.
Oh yeah. Kind of like a jutting slash, like Virgil, like, down my home state of like Maryland and Virginia.
Oh, this is too bad. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do a hard one, because these can get really hard.
Oh, sure.
But, this is what we're here to do, right?
Right.
Okay, 15 points. What can we do? It's 15 points that I know I can... Okay, that's a lifesaver right there. What are the side orders? Oof. Jeez. Okay, dog want cookie. That's the winner.
Dog want cookie. That's what we'll go back to in a bit.
It's been a long time, so I'm gonna be back. I just don't remember the foods. Like CSD2, I come back to more, and CSD1's really straightforward. But I just don't remember
CSD2 is a game I'll just to see you occasionally pull up on like Steam or whatever, and you're just kind of playing that.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, you know what I can do? We'll do egg foo young, and then we can. There we go. That should be. Well, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I don't want to serve octopus. I don't feel comfortable with it.
No.
It's bad. Don't do that.
No.
We can drop a holding station, or a prep station, because that costs points, and so we can go down to 2 because we're 1 point over. Wow, chat is all about just letting dogs sit and watch. This is brutal.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's a great day for cooking.
That's the thing about your restaurant is that dogs don't get the cookie. But they can get the cookie of your heart.
No, they can't. Not allowed.
Damn. Yes. If you are just joining us in the stream, Chris, the idea is that we have a rotating series of cooking tips. Or just like, tips Six and I wrote out. Because, cooking is one of those things that should be more accessible, and, sharing knowledge is good. And it's fun. Like this tip that's actually behind Six right now, seasoning the taste is really hard when you are making, like, say, a meatballs, meatloaf, any sort of thing in which you have to, like, prepare the seasonings with some sort of raw ingredient. Typically, these are your beef dishes, but there can be others as well. So the way that, season for taste, unless you've made it a bunch of times and you just can kind of wing it, the technique is to, like, say you're making it for a meatball, you just take, like, the equivalent of, like, a tablespoon or whatever, or a small spoonful, put it in, like, a bowl and microwave it for, like, a minute or two until it's fully cooked, and then you taste it. Granted, it won't be exactly the same, but it'll help you determine, okay, is my seasoning level appropriate? Obviously, this doesn't quite work for, like, say, a seasoned steak or, like, a chicken breast or something like that. Those you kind of have to experiment, but if you're making, like, hamburgers, meatballs, meatloaf, that sort of thing, that's how you can test safely.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to be situational tips, because cooking is a big world, and, not everything will work for everything.
Right. Right, but luckily, like, I have been trying to teach Jennifer to cook more often, and she's been getting better. But I remember one core anxiety of hers, and I think it's a core anxiety shared by a lot of different people, is, like, how do I know something is done or looks right or whatever? It's like, honestly, with a lot of dishes that you make, there are so many ways that you can tell without even tasting it that things are ready or appropriate, right? Your others, oh no, oh shit, here goes the cops. If your eyes, your ears, like, you can tell when something is frying because it sounds different, right? Like, it will, like a egg or something like that, like, it'll go from, like, just being cooking until frying happens, and it's a distinct shift. And obviously, like, how it smells, but also sometimes, like, if it, like, there is something to the adage that, like, you eat with your eyes as well. If something visually looks good, as long as it's up to temperature, obviously, you can be reasonably certain that some portion of it is ready, or at least is correctly prepared. Granted, like, things with, like, that are cooked internally, like a steak or chicken breast or whatever, err on the side of using a meat thermometer, obviously.
And some stuff will take some practice, like a
Right.
lot of things will. But, like, for example, shrimp. Shrimp is really easy to overcook.
Perfect stop. Complete.
What? Wait, what did I mess up? What did I
Huh?
mess up? That's a silver.
Oh no.
I don't remember making a mistake.
Certainly did a cook and a certain
Damn it! One mediocre. Damn it!
Keep in mind that whisk does not have taste buds.
Shut up,
That's
Cleaver.
rough.
Damn it! This game's so mean.
It really is.
Damn it. Wow.
Anyway, yeah, some things you can kind of just like practice enough that you'll get a good idea for it being cooked all the way through or prepared correctly. This fish tip that you have written, Six, I did not know about this one.
It's a, it's one I only learned recently, and it's a life changer. It's so cool.
Yeah, like, sometimes, like, if you get fish at, like, a supermarket or whatever, it can, like, if it's, like, a cheaper cut or something like that, it seems like this tip will absolutely help, like, cut through, like, the, as you say, quote, fishy taste.
I'm really bad at this one because it requires a lot of like do multiple things at once, and I'm just.
Earned her the official title, Arbitrator Rhubarb.
I recognize Arbitrator Rhubarb's voice. I don't know where it's from. Like, I feel like I recognize these voices from somewhere. I'm gonna look this
Era
up.
of reduced conflict worldwide in the 10 years since Chef Rhubarb made history has been colloquially referred to as the Rhubarbian era.
Oh, I hate these ones. This is the one thing that's interesting is I like playing every Cook Serve Delicious better with keyboard than controller, except for Forever. Forever, I find plays better on a controller, but if I have a controller plugged in, some of the older games will get confused and won't let me use the keyboard, so I have to play this on
Right.
keyboard, and it's just hard. It's just hard.
Also, I looked at the voice cast. I don't recognize any of these people.
The only non-government official to be granted diplomatic immunity in 3 countries?
But yeah, so the deal with this game is that it's an endless mode, right?
No, actually, it's a story camp. Like, it's called Cook Serve Forever as more of a spiritual message, I would say, than actually like a It's actually perhaps the least endless it's ever been.
Did you know Chef Rhubarb is the only non-government official to be granted diplomatic immunity in 3 countries?
Oh my gosh, this is really gonna kill me. It's just so hard on the fucking keyboard.
I'm looking at these inputs that you're doing, and I'm like trying to map it onto, like, I'm already bad with keyboard controls. I don't know why. I can touch type, like, no problem. Like, I can type without looking at a keyboard without any issue. But if you tell me to, like, identify where, like, the I key is, I have to look down. I don't know what it is. Like, there's just that weird disconnect for me. Controllers, I have no problem with, but those are designed to be a much more simpler input by comparison.
Yeah. The one thing that I really appreciate that they did with this one that I'm clearly quite bad at, but they made ingredients consistent in a way that they aren't in Cook Serve Delicious normally, where it's like right now I was slicing things, and like if you are slicing an ingredient like onions or like cabbage, the way those inputs work are the same on like every recipe, which is kind of satisfying.
That's good. That was like one of your criticisms of this game, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
felt
initially?
like initially it really felt like the inputs were really disconnected from what was happening, and like it doesn't have the like chaotic energy in the same way as the other ones. As you can tell, like the vibes are pretty chill in this game, despite the game being fucking hard. But
Right.
yeah, I didn't earn any awards on this one.
Oh dear.
The other thing is this actually has like more of a story mode. It gets more so every time. These games. The one thing I will note here real quick. I'll make use of it on a different run actually. I'm gonna do a CSD3 run real quick. That's really hard, just to show like one of the things I really appreciate. Because Chris down in the chat notes that like with cerebral palsy, it gets really hard to do some of the really frantic and like precise inputs it asks of you, right?
Sure.
And like absolutely, I mean, I have kidney disease that doesn't really affect my hands, and yet, I mean, it does a little because of fucking tacrolimus withdrawal,
Body.
but
Right.
shakes it gives me. But like, I don't really have that mechanical, like physical mechanical issue, and yet it's still hard as shit. But chill mode was a really wonderful addition where it's just like, okay, like I'm gonna show it off here. We can do whatever we want. It's in 2 for sure. It's in 2 and 3 and forever. I might also be in 1 at this point. They might have added it eventually to 1. But it's just a really wonderful, thoughtful addition. It stops you from getting gold medals, but there's nothing actually gated behind gold medals. It's just for a point of pride.
Right.
Let's give some lobster.
Yeah.
No, I need more.
It's one of those
pretzels.
things where, like, if you do, when you have, like, things like story stuff or whatever, like, accessibility is one of those things that, like, is really important in video games, but a lot of people, like, a lot of developers don't get it right,
Uh-huh.
Like, it is shocking how much in 2025 a lot of game developers are still not quite getting there.
Mhm.
Like, sometimes it's like, you have these developers who just cater to like these audiences that are, being like, oh, all video games should be mechanically difficult, like to do with like your hands. It's like, no, that's not actually a good or appealing thing on some level. Like,
So you'll observe I'm
Unless
not
you're-
touching the controls and nothing's happening. Because chill
Right.
mode just eliminates, like, cook timers still exist. If you set something, it'll burn
you-
if you let it cook for too long. But, like,
6, I think
I
on
need
the
to
stream
share-
it's still on.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the stream, it should be good. But,
On the
on
stream,
the
I'm
stream, it's
just-
not. Damn it all.
Yeah,
Well,
on the stream it's just
okay.
CSDF. Yeah.
There's a lot of switching, and I'm goofing it up a little bit. Let me restart this to show it a little better.
There we go. Okay.
There's that.
If you want it.
today.
Yep. There we go. Okay. So, chill mode.
Chill mode.
Yes.
Silver is the best you can get. It turns off gold medals. But I'm not touching anything. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm gonna drink some soda. I have here a Coke Holiday Creamy Vanilla. Gonna sip a little of that.
Ooh.
Trying to drink less
I tried
soda,
that
but I
last
get my little
night.
can. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Although, kind of had a funny interaction at the grocery store when I was buying it.
Yeah.
Well, at the grocery store that I go to is near a high school, so during certain times of year they do hire high schoolers to work the register. And things like
Sure.
that, right? Not that weird. And I was buying this can, and it is humbling, but also just like just kind of funny. Like this clearly high schooler said to me, "It's like, oh, did they have vanilla Coke when you were growing up?" I was like, yeah, like it was a weird question.
I mean,
It's
it's a
that weird.
it's a better
Yeah,
question
but-
than you're giving it credit for because it came out while we were like when we were like
Yes.
kids. No, I mean like it was like middle school, high school when it came out for us.
Yes, like capital V vanilla Coke,
Mhm.
right? Like they had like I still remember like I believe the one bit of like commercial trivia I keep in my head is that the fucking first vanilla Coke commercial has Joe Pesci in it, and the actor who would play Jesse in Breaking Bad like as like the punk kid, like in that like fucking ad or whatever. But yeah, no, it's like it was just like kind of funny, you know. I don't care that like necessarily people identify me as older. I've been like, I'll be real. I've been enjoying my 30s way more than I've been enjoying my 20s. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely. Oh wow, Chris is a orange cream Coke fan. I mean, you know, listen, each to their own. I thought it was
Ooh.
disgusting.
Yeah, I mean the problem is it's like, you know, the orange and the vanilla and the cream and all that, just like it.
Oh look, the Ryan Davis.
Hey, Lloyd Burger.
Yeah, yeah. There's some
Um,
the people who helped them along the way. They shout outs.
But yeah, as you can see in this mode, like there's no like timers going down. Like it's still allowing you to play the part of the game that is the fun, appealing part, which is combining recipes and like keeping, you know, things in order and going through that order of operations without the timed mechanical challenge that can be frustrating, right?
And it's still there, you know, to a little bit. As I say, like things can overcook, right? And if that level, if that's, you know, if this isn't, you know, enough, which I can imagine for some people it might not be, that's a bummer. But at least it's some you know, accommodation made for it, and that's appreciated.
Right. Like it was funny. So one of the tool tips that you'll or not tool tips, one of the tips that cooking tips you'll see. I was thinking about this regarding like accessibility with like kitchen tools.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wrote one or two. One of them is like if you have children in the home that want to help you with cooking, because you know, of course, like kids want to help their parents cook sometimes, right? A lot of like your typical tools that you find in the kitchen are built for not only adult hands but right-handed adults with a certain amount of grip strength,
True.
right? And it's one of those things where it's like if you have you know, little ones in your home, make sure that the tool can still be like handled safely by them, like even like a spatula or something like that. And also, like, I mostly think about this because there's an incredible series of YouTube videos by a kitchen gadget designer who's been doing it for like 40 years, who like thinks about this stuff. In fact, there is a non-zero chance that there is a Dan Famosa designed like kitchen tool in your kitchen right now. It is like there's a brand of like OXO or something like that, like kitchen tools.
Sure. Yes.
You can see him in like most grocery stores and stuff. He is like the lead designer on those. And you'll notice on those types of tools that they have like bigger oblong handles and things like that, because the thing he talks about in those videos is like he does this thing called like the left-handed oil test, where he oils up his palm. Is like, I'm going to use my non-dominant hand and make it intentionally slippery so that it will like that instantly reveals design problems in like a kitchen tool. And a lot of his conclusions on these videos is like he'll work with like a tool and be like, the person who designed this clearly hasn't been in a kitchen in like years, right? So yeah, like they're really like funny, charming videos. Just like, you know, an old Jewish New Yorker guy just like kind of riffing on these kitchen gadgets or whatever, and has a very deadpan sense of humor. But it had me thinking a lot about how, you know, tools need to be appropriate for the person that is using it. So keep that in mind. Perfect stop.
We do okay around here.
Yeah.
I don't know if those hamburgers in slot 7 are going to make it. They might. The fries, I almost certainly won't. But whatever. We deal with that as it comes up. I will say if there's one thing, like, this is real spoiled brat shit right now, right? If there's one
Right.
thing I wish they would do, and I would pay for this DLC, is like talk to like someone whose cuisine, because the way David Galindo, the main developer behind this, obviously he has a lot of help with art, he has a lot of help with, you know, like promotion stuff, but he's the main designer programmer. The way he picks a lot of stuff for this is he goes out and he orders food that he hasn't tried before, and he's like, wow, this is
Right.
cool, I want to put this in my game, which is great. It's great
Right.
to try new foods. I really admire the like outgoing like exploration of what is possible in food, because one of the greatest joys of my life has been learning cuisine from other cultures, other nations, and being like, this stuff is sick as fuck.
Oh yeah.
But I would really love it if they added like a little bit of like, hey, if you want to make this, I fucked up. Here are some tips as to how to actually make this, right?
Oh sure. Like in some sort of like, kind of like how in the Civ games they would just like, here's the codex entry that's basically a full encyclopedia that they wrote, so you can learn about the real history of like monuments and like figures in history. In this game, you want basically a recipe book and also tips on how to make it yourself.
Yeah, because I've made a few recipes from this, and some of them have turned, like, you know, not recipes from this, but foods that I saw in this, I looked up recipes and I made them, and some of them turned out well and some of them didn't, because there are, like, I can, if I want to find recipes for American cuisine, no problem. French, have some
Right.
okay resources. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, I do all right. But like, and then I guess also like Creole and Cajun, I have some good sources. But like Filipino cooking, I don't know where to find good recipes I can trust. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like this is why I one of my favorite YouTube channels is like, for example, Chinese Cooking Demystified. It is a husband and wife pair who live in China, who do go through the process of like, here are these like all these regional dishes, but also these steps on like how to make them at home, right? With
Mhm.
like the various types of equipment that you have, because oh, we're back, huh?
It's that time again.
We're back. It's that time. Doggy eat cookie. Anyway, there's like certainly an air of legitimacy, right? By like showing how they like break down like all these dishes, but sometimes that like I'll watch these like YouTube chefs, right? And they'll be like, here's how I make it. And they tend to focus their experience, of course, on like their own kitchen and the nice equipment they have access to, not realizing not everybody has a stand mixer. Not everybody has like these things. Like, unless you're doing like a thing like for example, binging with Babish, he intentionally uses like very inaccessible tools because it's more of like making the stunt, right?
Sure,
Of the thing
sure.
of like, here I adding some like haute couture to like this, you know, absurd dish that he saw on Bob's Burgers, right? But that's why also he has like a side channel of like called like Basics, which is like, I am going to show you how to make it with the things that you most likely have it in your kitchen right now. Adam Ragusa does the same thing, right? Like, and again, Chinese Cooking Demystified, same thing. They're like, if you have a wok, here's how you do it. If you have a nonstick, here's how you do it. Like, if you have an electric stove, like all the different permutations of how you would make that dish, like to that set of tools that you're more likely to have. And like tips like that would be good, because like, you know, I sometimes will look at some dishes and be like, oh, there's no way I have the expected equipment in order to make this, you know?
Yeah. There are some recipes that just ask for, and also sometimes they do it really unnecessarily, right? I have seen recipes that use like an instant pot where it's like you pressure cook it for like once you subtract the time of it getting up to temp and releasing steam, you pressure cook it for 5 minutes. It's like, okay, buddy, that was not worth doing. This is a really
Right.
expensive piece for hardware, and I could have done this in the oven for 30 minutes, and it would have been fine.
Right. You should have taken them at the same amount of time and that sort of thing. Now, granted, I love my Instapot, right? You got like me and Jen at Instapot years ago, and I like use that. But the thing is, sometimes it's like I'll use that because it's a more convenient option, right? Because it's like literally you just drop in the chicken and the seasoning and the like stock or whatever, and then just let it go.
Sure.
But it's one of those things. It's like a lot of these like cooking, YouTubers, Instagram people, whatever, will like try to convince you that you need this like expensive specialized equipment or whatever, when people have been getting away with like just like a standard oven and a stove top for years for a reason. Looks like you're kind of making like a dessert bar sort of thing.
Yeah, just a little dessert place. I want to, like, as I say, I like the chef for higher levels better, but that wouldn't let us use our custom background. So I'm gonna do one where we're
Right.
just have a nice little. Because I was thinking, I was packing out with like barbecue stuff, because the barbecue stuff is really satisfying because it's pretty much all prep and then you just hit serve, and it's really satisfying in that way. But like, it'd be
Right.
nice to do something that was like vegetarian inclusive, I figure. So
Sure.
vegan's a little too hard for me. But we can do vegetarian. That's not a problem. You know what? I know we're doing like vegetarian dessert kind of stuff, but like, what if they had tater tots?
I mean, listen, a potato ain't an animal, you know?
It's true. It's true. It's not really a dessert either, but that's okay. I forgive myself.
That's right.
Gonna be kind to me. Okay, so classic mode. Standard just sort of makes that. Stress is stressful.
With butter, it
and then
could be. You're right, Sarah.
and Zen is the chill.
Yeah, with butter.
It's true. What have we destroyed ourselves?
Oh, sure. Oh, like in the game. Oh, okay.
I mean, listen, either way. Well, we'd have to do the other one off stream, but
Right.
we're about to have a bad time.
That's right. When was the last time you Oh, God.
I told you.
Oh, oh, dear.
Yeah, we're done. We're
This is
Dunyan
a
Rings.
nightmare. Damn. Oh.
The point of this, what we're doing right now, is to remind you that it's okay to fail sometimes. That's definitely what we're doing.
That's definitely what we're doing. Also, it's okay to like screw up cooking as well, because a lot of people get it in their heads that they gotta like do like the cooking perfectly the first time every time. No, you fucking don't. That's what practice is for. You might make like pancakes or whatever and you burn the whole fucking batch. That's fine. Usually you can get enough flour that you can make multiple batches and you can just try again, right? Like, be open to the idea that you might fail at a task that is like one of the first times you've ever done it, and that will deal with so many of your own issues, and you can like get into the fun part of cooking, right? Like,
Absolutely.
if it's stressful, if it is stressful, yes, it can be a very stressful thing. Well, that's why I, encourage people to always like just start simple, and then you're just gonna build up all these foundational skills, and you'll get there. Oh God, what does rush hour look like in stress mode?
Not that different is the thing, because if all the slots are filled, they can't really hurt you more. Okay, we do have a problem here.
What's up?
Is there any way to outright lose? Jen asks, is there any way to outright lose career mode in any of these games? By the way, not like in a permanent way. You can like, I think in in this you can like in the cook for hire mode and also in 3 you can like fail to get a medal and that means you won't progress, right? But that's kind of it. But the prep stations here on the left hand side numbered, so with the key you press 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and then minus for 11 and equal sign for 12. I've never seen 13. Okay, they're on the brackets. Okay, I guess that's fine.
Oh.
I mean, no, listen, it's
Sure.
gonna go extremely bad.
Yeah, 13, 14, you're just gonna have to get used to, like...
Listen, if you show up and you are in... Oh, if you are over slot 12, if you're in 13 or 14, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make your food. It's nothing personal. It is triage.
Seraph also brings up a point that even if some things are unpleasant, if you err on the side, I want to eat more cooked than none, you can still eat the food if necessary, tucked in around other made food or takeout or something. Like, yeah, like, this is a thing that a lot of people run into when they try to make new habits or learn new things, is they try to go all the way in and they get frustrated and mess up, and then they don't, like, continue with it. Right? Because their first couple experiences were frustrating. And yes, your first couple experiences, especially if you are new to cooking or anything, are going to be frustrating. So it's okay to pace yourself out. As long as you start building up to being able to cook for yourself more often than not, that's a win.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know... It's the perfect is the enemy of the good, right? It's like...
Exactly.
You're going to save money making things for yourself. You are going to... I at least, at a certain point, started having fun with it, right? And, you know... Oh, I dipped it and they didn't want it dipped. They're going to be pissed at me.
Oh, no. They're going to be so...
I mean, they're grading on a curve. They're like, I don't know, everything else you're serving today looks like shit. I guess comparatively this is all right. The other thing is, like,
all right.
Here's a fun thing, right? There are lots of times I will see something on a menu at a restaurant. I know this is 101 shit, but, you know, we're just, you know, talking on the most basic level here. Like, I will see something on the menu and I'll be like, oh, that sounds so good. And I'll be like, oh, it has this ingredient in it I don't like, right? Guess what? If I make anything and it says, and then you add the mushrooms, I'm like, no, I fucking don't. Fuck off. And I just don't do that.
Right.
Because I can't stand mushrooms. That's the power you get.
Exactly. Like, you can find a dish and just be like, you know, you can see the beef stroganoff and go, actually, I won't add mushrooms or whatever. Like, some part of it that you don't like. Because you can substitute, like, there's a lot of stuff you can substitute. Now, you don't want to be like like, what was it? There was like some recipe online that in the comments were like, oh, this recipe turned out horrible, and the OP asked them, like, okay, what did you do? Right? Just like kind of asking. And he's like, oh, I replaced like half the ingredients with like all these other things. It's like, then you didn't follow the fucking recipe, you know, at a certain point. But if it's one of those things where it calls for, say, I don't know, some sort of neutral oil, and you prefer olive oil, you know, just kind of experiment. I don't know, like, that's like kind of, you know, the joy of cooking is being able to experiment and making it your own. And also, like, if you do mess up learning like a new dish or whatever, and if you're already like gonna get stuck on getting a bunch of takeout or whatever, that's your backup, right? Like, just do that and then just try it again some other day, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like, it feels bad, frankly, when you're like, damn, I fucked up so bad I have to do something else, right? But if you're not willing to, like, you have to let yourself have that safety net, right? Because if you're trying new stuff, there's going to be times where you're just kind of at sea, and it's just this, you know, it just is what it is.
Right. To loop back around to, like, your, you know, you have your aversion to mushrooms, but that's because you have tried mushrooms before and you're like, I hate these. Does that sound about right?
They give me digestive problems. It's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if it's one of those things where, barring an allergy, right? A known allergy or whatever, and you see something on a menu that you're like, I don't know about this ingredient, you should at least, you owe it to yourself to try it at least once so you can actually form an opinion on it, right? When I was first still living in Japan, I remember I would go to this sushi place, and there was this one dish that I would see on the conveyor belt all the damn time. It was like this, like, I don't exactly remember what it was. It was like kind of like a fish of some variety, but had like a blue outline around it or something.
Interesting.
And I don't know exactly what it was, but I was like, I would see it on the conveyor belt, and every time I thought that looks kind of gross, and wouldn't pick it up. And then I was like, it's only 100 fucking yen. I'll take it off the damn conveyor belt. Try it. It was gross, and I didn't like it, but I can at least now say that it's like I now know for a fact I don't like that thing, right? Like I at least gave it a shake. I gave it a try.
Yeah.
Same with like natto. I think natto is gross.
I keep thinking about trying. I'm going to do it one of these days, but I keep like seeing natto when I go to the Japanese market and being like, I should try this, and then I don't do it. But
Yeah. I mean, there's a recurring joke in like early Gintama that one of the characters is like eating natto all the time, and even she's like, "This is gross, but it's apparently good for your skin," or something.
You know what? So the health inspector's coming today, so I should make the grossest not the grossest, but like the most trashy menu. So we're doing soda, French fries, corn dogs, and soft pretzels.
Oh no.
It's fine. Those are all easy to cook. That's the nice thing.
Okay, I have. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it wasn't a fish. Okay, I just looked it up because I did look at I looked it up on like a Kappa Sushi like kind of menu. I think it's like some form of like just raw wasabi? Or no, nasu? Hold on. Nasu, sashimi, normally made with raw fish, vegetarian substitute. Oh, it's eggplant. It was just raw eggplant.
Oh.
Like, it's like, okay. I mean, I don't hate eggplant.
Eggplant has its place. I think the biggest problem with eggplant to me is the textural problem. It can get very slimy.
Mm-hmm. I just DM'd you an image of it. You don't have to throw it up on screen if you want to, but yeah, that's kind of like the dish that I saw that I thought looked like weird and gross, and I didn't want to try it, but I tried it, and ultimately was able to form an opinion on it.
All right, let's I'll get it up on screen real quick here. Sorry, this takes just a second.
Right.
There you go. This is your. You're saying that's
white
raw?
whale. Or something. Like, I don't know what.
Huh.
Like boiled or like closer to boiled or something? Because like eggplant, if I recall, normally is it's a very dark purple skin, but it's like more of a green.
Sort of a brownish green, yeah, in my recollection. Interesting. Well, back to work.
Yep.
Here's the health inspector. Hi.
Oh.
Every time. It's like, ah! Oh, I almost got it.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. I'm done. I'm done. I'm dead.
Oh, no.
Fries was a really bad call, given the part of this that I can't control as far as time. That's the thing that kills you on Rush Order.
Yeah.
Also, Cook Serve Delicious is obviously it's the oldest game of the lot, right? Like that's just obvious.
That's fact, yeah.
It is also, I think, the worst optimized, which is why it is chugging a little bit, even though the other games that are obviously more visually impressive are doing just fine.
Was this what was this game coded in? Actually,
This is a Game Maker game.
Oh sure. Oh yeah.
I
early-
think they almost all are, but they're different versions of Game Maker.
Game Maker 2, if I recall, because I think 2 like Cook Serve Delicious 2 Forward I saw on there, or maybe 3 Forward is made on Game Maker 2. Game Maker 2 is a much more flexible engine, far as I can tell. But like yeah, Game Maker, if I recall, yeah, like it was funny. Like I believe Toby Fox initially, like the initial versions of like Undertale, for example, was made on Game Maker, and then they switched engines when like it became like you wanted to actually have it come out on other consoles.
Sure.
Because Game Maker is from what I tell from like what developers talk about that engine is notoriously finicky. It's very simple, you know. Like I think Game Maker is the no. I'm confusing it also with another engine that uses like ClickTeam Fusion is a like less of a coding intensive game programming suite. It's like you're using kind of like block logic. Like you drop in blocks, kind of like if you've ever messed with the Tyranno visual novel builder, which I did many years ago. It uses.
We just got a
block-
donation in.
Hey!
Pull up my phone where I have all this stuff down.
Wow!
A $50 donation from an anonymous. Thank you so much. Is that goal?
That hits our goal. Absolutely. Yeah, that crosses us over our goal. We are 106%. That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, folks.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to update this damn ticker now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's edit the goal. I'm gonna call it
I fucked up. I
guess
fucked up. I
stretch-
fucked up. It's fine.
Um,
Not in a way that matters. Just the Gerstmann. Uh-oh. Death comes.
Okay, I'm also I'm just updating the goal description. I'm gonna put in the date. Thank you genuinely so much to everyone who donated. We beat 400. That's incredible. And I still have my stream to do next week.
You do.
Right? And this is gonna be open for another week.
Oh fuck! I served that wrong. Ah. It's fine. I'm not dying. No one's dying. You're dying. Shut up.
Oh god.
Oh, that was the wrong salt. These guys are really picky. They're like, you put sea salt
This is
on
my
this.
fa-
I asked for normal salt.
This is my finishing salts. I need you to use my custom finishing salt.
I mean, you gotta respect that people just like. You can be annoyed at a custom order, but you gotta respect someone who knows exactly what they want.
Sure. Alright, I'm updating the target amount. Let's update that. It should update on. There we go. Okay, we're 53% of the 800 goal. I will write a post a little later on the Ko-fi and also the Patreon and stuff.
Pissed.
I am flabbergasted.
It's
honestly.
amazing, and we'll try and make it clear every time we talk about it that like, hey, we're not moving the goalpost. It's just like we're going into extra. We're going for a bonus.
Yeah. That's why
that we got as far as we
I
did
put-
is amazing.
Yeah. I put on the top. You can actually see it on the banner, folks. Stretch goal 1.
Well done.
You were now, 53% of the way to me singing a goofy song about the famous, dish from anime and manga, beef stroganoff. That song, for those who don't know, is psychotic.
Well,
by the
okay,
way.
so I wanted to talk to you about this. At the time, I was
Uh-huh.
like, 6, you're being a pedant. Don't do this. But we're talking about it here. What else am I going to do with my life? I think the
Right.
fact that they say beef stroganoff doesn't have to be beef is okay. Because
I think that.
they are saying, they don't say gyuniku. They don't say the Japanese word for beef. They say bifu, right? Beef stew. Which means they are just adapting the name wholesale. And it's one of those things where, like, there are dishes that we say in other languages where, like, I don't know, this is not a great example because it's sort of, it's bent other places, but like, you think of birria, right?
Right.
Where it's like that originally meant goat, and now it can mean all sorts of things, all kinds of
Right.
like sort of stewed meat. But it's like, because it is a different nationality's food, the definition becomes more flexible.
Sure. It is just kind of funny to talk about beef stroganoff, and then the lyric is it doesn't necessarily have to be beef. Like, yes, we've been talking about, like, things being flexible, and that's great, right? But yeah, as you say in the lyrics, like the first line sung by Shiori is like Honjitsu no Shiori Jisho wa bifu stroganofu, right? And then later in the song, the doesn't have to be beef line, they say gyuniku de nakute mo kawama nai, right? Meaning like it doesn't have to be beef. The bit that does get me though every single time is that boys don't necessarily know about it. Like that part is funny to me. Same with like them being so assertedly, that famous dish from anime and manga.
I mean,
Which
boys,
I guess it kind of roundabout is.
Obviously exceptions. Shout outs to anyone in the chat who is an exception, but boys don't know how to cook.
That's right. Yeah, I am gonna have. I will. Here's the thing. I am putting forward this idea. I will practice in the next week how to sing this song. I won't be very good at it, but I am a woman of my word. I will work on finding like a lyricless version of that song, or I'll just like play the song and I'll sing it at the same time. We'll see. But that'll happen if we hit the first stretch goal of $800. If we hit that, I don't even know. We'll like, dive into the food event horizon or whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we get there,
Okay, well, that makes me
Something. We'll figure something out.
Do you have a favorite? Though?
Exactly.
I told you, sub-solutions.
But genuinely from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. This is going to do a lot of good. $400 is going to do a lot for these food banks. And even after my stream next week, like again, we're gonna keep it open until midnight of like November 20th. So that's like the cutoff time, but we appreciate your support, and let's just keep cooking. Just keep cooking.
Yeah. You might make it. Oh, I fucked up at the last second.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to do, so because I did like reverse order, I did like, I did one through forever, and then I did forever back down to one, which means that forever kind of got missed on one. So I'm going to try and do another extra day here. Maybe I will get used to the very different control scheme. Ah, it's not looking good though.
Oh no.
The grading. I like the grading. The grading is very doable for me. But getting a delicious is really fucking hard when you have the multi-hold ones. It's easier on controller because you're like holding a trigger while doing stuff. But like these weird, like, and we are accustomed as people who play games to like having to hold a trigger and then press a different button. But
Right.
holding like K and then pressing U does not come naturally.
Sure.
Oh, fucking damn it.
You got this.
I don't think I do. Oh. Oh, so okay, never mind. I wasn't that close. I mean, I'm getting goods, but I'm not getting any delicious, which is like the S rank, I guess.
Yeah, S rank. Yeah, you're kind of like, how did Elite Beat Agents do it? What was it? Great, good, bad, miss. I think was how it denoted how you hit.
But
those
Elite Beat
marks.
Agents was brutal. Elite Beat Agents was like either you're perfect or you die, and we kill you in your house for real love. It was so mean.
Especially on the final difficulty level in which you played as cheerleaders, in which they reversed the like beat maps, made the like inputs like smaller and more precise. It was, after a while I could get into a rhythm and I could hit like the hardest of the like difficulty songs, but even then, like, it was because I played that game over and over again. I even found it just like a touch harder. Like I played Ostatake Oendan, Elite Beat Agents, and Oendan 2.
I did it. I got one.
Ready to go home?
It's not enough, but I got one.
Hey, there you go. Sticker. Whenever I see things like sticker reward, I think of the one goof from Metalocalypse. It's like, be like, I'm sorry, we have learned to buy our own psychological validation with banana stickers.
So this one actually has a story. So basically, we have moved from a different town that was kind of like just going downhill,
Uh-huh.
and
So long.
we have moved here to try and join like a famous cooking competition and make our fortune.
Right. You might want to move your mouse cursor, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
There you go.
Early
Now you're good.
mornings and late nights. Con? Big con. But hey, I'm glad you found something you love. Me too. I wonder what.
And
I'd
it
be
looks like
doing if
it's
it weren't
the
for
story
watching
between
so
like
much Chef
Nori
Rhubarb as a
and
kid.
her friend.
What did your mom do?
They're such good friends.
She was a cleaner.
They're such good friends.
Yeah,
you say.
they are canon a couple. It is not. They're not doing a thing like that.
Sure.
Bragging about
Yeah, it's Nori
Not
is.
that I was implying that, but
Sure.
Jokes.
Yeah, Nori is trying to make it big in the city, and that's her supportive girlfriend.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does. What is it? So a Romanesco steak?
So it's like you're taking broccoli romanesco, you're cutting it in half, and then you're like
Oh.
sautéing it, and with the it looks like garlic like chips essentially. I mean, they're not fried like that, but they're cut like that. Parmesan, obviously salt. Maybe those are cherry tomatoes in the bottom. It's a little. I'm not quite sure.
They look closer to like those just look like roasted potatoes.
The skin is too lustrous for that, I think. You might be right though. You might be right.
Oh, I'm looking up images of Romanesco steak in. I might have to try this. I love broccoli. Like I think one tip that we didn't put on our rotating list of tips is I mean, we talk about seasonings at some point in one of the tips. Season your damn vegetables. That's what
Yeah.
like that's the way you like will enjoy eating your vegetables.
cool.
Which I mean, it depends on the person. I, for example, like I'll eat like
Here we are.
just
The
carrots by
Bell County
themselves or
Cardinals.
broccoli or whatever.
Wow,
I
I wonder
actually
what's
enjoy
going on
like
inside. Just
eating
imagine
vegetables
all the
not by
justice
themselves.
being
But some
dished out
people
in there
like
right now.
either
there's
it's
any
palate
miraculous
thing
going
or
on?
just
Then,
when they
man,
were
this is a
kids or
pretty safe
whatever,
place.
they
Well,
just don't like
Yes,
veggies.
And it
absolutely.
depends on the vegetable as well, right? Like I will eat
Right.
a raw carrot. That's no problem. If you serve me
Sure.
a raw Brussels sprout, I'll just
Oh,
I'm
fuck that.
I'm a nice person, but I will envision kicking you in the crotch.
The thing is, it was funny. Like for years and years, I would see in cartoons like oh, you serve a kid Brussels sprouts, and they like adamantly rejected it. And then my dad made Brussels sprouts for us growing up at one point, and the trick was that he seasoned it and cooked it in like I think it was like bacon fat or something like that, or like some sort of like like creating a glaze like for the split Brussels sprout. and you know, with seasoning stuff, it's great. Like, I made also about a year or so ago from the Hades fanzine cookbook, which is a better cookbook than it has any right to be. I mean, you know, I love fan projects like that. I don't know exactly where they got the theming, but the recipes in that book are pretty damn good. So, you know,
I mean, the secret
shows what I know.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I mentioned on there, but the secret is there are a lot of recipes that, at least growing up, I usually saw being boiled or steamed.
Yes.
And it's like, listen, these are techniques that can be useful for some things, but like, if you boil a hot dog, you're just pulling the flavor out of it. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah, like I had boiled hot dogs for like years, but then it was like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm doing something wrong here, and I was. But when I started pan frying them, like it's like, oh, this is like way better. Like I like hot dogs well enough, but like, you know, like by pan frying it, you get so much more out of it. Fried tofu is a similar way. Like, it doesn't take all that much. Like for tofu dishes at home, I will dice it up or do long slices, coat it in a little bit of either flour, like with like a little bit of flour or cornstarch or something like that, and then fry it in a little bit of olive oil. And that is like, you got the crispy outside, but the nice warm like interior, especially with like extra firm tofu. And you pair it with like a sauce or like a sauce and like some broccoli on rice. That's incredible. Like it's really good.
Yeah, there are no bad ingredients except for mushrooms.
Yeah. I find it so funny that mushrooms is like your like line. I don't know why. Like it's just, I don't know. It's kind of charming.
Do you see how close I got to the I was so close. I was so close.
You got very close.
I'm gonna get the regular sticker though. I'm gonna get it though.
Yeah.
All right, the suspense is killing me. I need to know what kinds of people we're feeding. I'm looking it up. Well, they're just people, Bree. Even if they're evil, soulless, high-profile criminals, they all started out as innocent kids like you and I. Hang on. Is this the Petal County Courthouse?
I'm less crazy about the writing in this one, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah, it's a little too like some of the writing here is like, and listen, it was just like, it's a product of like indie game development at the time, and it still is. You know, this is a very current game, right? But it's very like, the phrase I like to use is like frictive, in terms of like narrative, and oftentimes like everyone's just written in a way that's just a little too like saccharine, which there can be an appeal there, but I don't know.
Well, and I also, frankly, I think it stumbles a little bit even at that, because it's like, it is trying to do that sort of like that sugary sweet, like everyone's just a good person who means the best, but then they have weird missteps where like Bree steals food from someone they're working for, and it's like, you can tell that story. I don't have a problem with, frankly, I don't have a problem with stealing food from your employer.
Which,
but
by the way, in these current times, if you see someone stealing food, no, you didn't. Fucking didn't.
No, you didn't. But it's like, it just feels like a weird clash with the vibe they're going for, of like,
sure,
weird that you're trying to be like, everyone's nice and everyone means the best, but it's okay to rob them. It's like, well, those are two different messages, my friend.
Yeah. You could, I mean, like, not to, like, you're smack me if I'm going too much into rewrite mode, but I feel like you could tell a similar enough story by just it being about a community just trying to like band together to like get through some,
That's a good question.
I don't know, like some food related difficulty, right?
I don't know that it's like, I don't think it's a structural problem necessarily. Like, I don't think the, like, you know, small time chef going for a contest, going for the big time is like fun enough. I don't have a problem with that.
Sure.
But it's just, you know,
Yeah.
problems in the execution. Oh, I might make it. Hey!
Hey.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it on this one for sure. I'm hosed. I hate the multi-holds.
Especially
just-
with like the positions on like the keyboard, like I like even with like using two hands, right? Like,
Well, and you just
are-
also feel like you're doing stuff with your other hand, and it just gets, it's the classic, like, rub your head and, scratch your stomach thing, right? Of just like, your brain is not that good at multitasking.
right.
I got surprisingly close with that one. Oh, no, I didn't. Ha ha ha.
It's kind of like, I mean, granted, I never like intentionally spent very long trying, but like juggling, for example. I mean, I'm sure that's a way I could learn to juggle. It just feels like you are keeping track of a lot, but I could be associating it with like I could be putting too much emphasis on it, right? As like a skill. It's like, as I said at the beginning of the stream, skills can just be learned.
Keep 'em coming.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Getting a little better at this.
Now, when you get like tap 16 or whatever, does it like ding you if you go over 16?
It
Or
does-
is
I
just,
mean,
like,
There is no penalty for being wrong, except for that it wastes a little time.
right. With time being kind of like your main metric of.
What about you? How have you improved as a musician?
You know, the fried taco bowl does remember like one of the earliest food experiments I did as a kid, where I'm no genius or anything for coming up with this one, but I remember taking some like small-ish size like taco, like a tortillas, right? And then spraying with like cooking oil the bottom side of a muffin pan, and then tucking it between the parts of like the muffin pan and creating little taco bowls like that.
Oh, sure. That's fun.
Yeah. Not the most ideal shape because they're more like a cross, but like or a plus sign, right? Because it's not exactly built for that. But that's another tip from you to me. The tools that you have can probably be used in more ways than you give it credit for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you're just like kind of doing it safely, like I have like a particular nonstick pan that is rated to certain higher temperatures. However, most nonstick pans nowadays are manufactured with a certain heat level that is safe to like keep them under like at around 400 degrees or some like relatively high degree, and you won't release any of like I forget exactly what it releases. That could be a problem. However, if you do have birds in your home, like if you own a bird, be careful with that sort of thing, because birds are way more sensitive to the like kind of microfumes released by non-stick surfaces at extremely high temperatures.
Tonight, I will be making a staple of Italian cuisine, arancini. Let's start with the risotto. Mix stock and wine in a pan and bring it to a boil.
Oh, risotto. Okay.
Reduce it down.
Risotto is the kind of dish that if you are like me, and when I was living with my folks years ago, we'd watch a lot of cooking shows on the Food Network.
Stir in the butter.
Chopped being a very digestible type of like TV show.
Sure.
If you somehow haven't seen it, it's just like it's a cooking competition in which chefs are given basically a basket of ingredients and told you have half an hour, make something incorporating all these ingredients. They have a whole other kitchen to like pull from, right?
That's right.
And so many times, like some of the first round and second round eliminations are people trying to do a risotto in half an hour, which is
Did you know arancini is the
barely possible, but not advisable on a show like that. Like if
Let's take these
it,
over to the
I doubt you will ever be in like a fucking scenario in which you are going to be on these like cooking competition shows. But if you have to like, I don't know, like duel the devil for your soul or whatever, and like the metric isn't like, fucking fiddles, but like cooking shows, don't make a risotto in half an hour. It never turned like can't make like you're at best making it al dente. You know, when you really want a risotto soft.
Mhm.
The big announcement. You'll be able to find the full recipe for this and much more in my next book, Cooking the Best, coming later this year. Ciao, darlings. And remember, be no less than the best.
All
I rated
right.
it 6.
I'm stretched out, feeling good. I'm ready to, I feel like I'm getting a little better at Forever, playing, some more back to back, remembering, because what it does is it basically focuses you on like 6 keys on each hand on the keyboard mode. It's like QWEASD on one hand and then UIOJKL on the other. And if you keep that in mind, it's a little more doable.
Mm.
But we just did 3 days in a row. We are ready to die.
It?
No, just
We-
perish.
I was trying to.
Is a good joke, but I don't have a sense of humor because I'm about to do a hard Quick Serve Delicious 3 level, and I'm not going to turn on
All right.
chill mode. I'm just
Just-
going to let it destroy me.
Make sure you switch it on the stream too.
I thought I... No, I didn't. Okay, thank you. So switch the audio, but...
There we go.
All right.
I got you.
This is teamwork makes the
Makes the
meme work.
stream work.
Makes DreamWorks
Uh,
entertainment.
Uh-huh.
Is there one of these that is just like prep station and go? Because that would be great. Well, no, that one was pretty easy. Okay.
What about your Is quiche not something that is like Cook Station Go? Or
Oh, that's a good point. It might
So-
be. It probably is. I am going to. How many prep? Okay, I still need 3 prep stations. Okay. I know. Oh, it requires 4. Wow, jerks. Jerks. Can I get away with... Yeah, we'll do a slightly easier dish instead. All right.
All right. Let's do our best.
We'll do a 3-day, we'll do a
feel like-
2-day, we'll do a 1-day, and we'll probably call it at that point.
Sounds good. I feel like
Oh, fuck.
if we were the type of people to do like speed running or whatever, you could do a kind of fun gimmick run of like Cook Serve Delicious of like, 2P1C sort of thing. Where it's like one person that has like one half of the keyboard, the other has the other half.
Oh, this game has a co-op mode.
Oh, right, it does, huh?
Nearing the next stop.
Uh-huh. Oh, fuck, it's not the one I wanted.
I just find 2P1C as like just kind of like a very endearing format of speedrun to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like the stuff that you'll see at GDQ every now and again. I remember one MagFest, I saw two like there was a PS4 set up with Bloodborne, and there was a small crowd around like this particular PS4. I walked over to see what it was. It was these 2 guys, like, mid-20s, like kind of like college bro type guys or whatever, doing a just on the fly 2P1C like attempt at like some of the early bosses of Bloodborne. And when they got like the cleric beast or whatever, everybody got hyped. It was really fun and entertaining. God. I don't know if it'll be particularly relevant, but in January, me and Jennifer will be at MagFest at the National Harbor. So if you're watching this on a VOD or watching now or whatever, and you'll be in DC around the time, like the National Harbor around the time, feel free to say hi or whatever.
Nice. I love that button. So this is the one that has the button where you can just hit like serve everything. Like, see, I've got these
Right.
tiramisus lined up, and I just hit control, and it just serves them
Yeah.
all. Oh, it feels so
Ooh,
good.
Yes.
This is a very doable menu. I might be actually be okay. Oh, but there's gonna be a food truck attack. Ah, fuck.
Ooh.
Get more tiramisu going. More spaghetti. And it looks like we also need more croque monsieur.
Remember that thing around like fucking 2016 or whatever? You had right wingers being like, "Oh, if someone wins, there's gonna be food trucks on every corner." It's like, damn, that sounds really nice.
It's like, what are you talking about? That would.
What are
yeah.
you talking about? That's awesome. Like, if you've ever been to Otakon in Washington D.C. Around that time, or just like also D.C. or any major metropolitan city, you're gonna see like food trucks and stuff. Food trucks are great. Like, it's just you get like really good food for oftentimes not that like expensive, right? And so like at Otakon especially around this time, you'll just see like tons of food trucks like around the Walter E. Washington Convention Center, and it's fantastic. It's more that, you know, it's like obviously you have like, you know, your ice cream and like cold drinks and things like that, but also like, you know, Mexican dishes and like all that stuff. And it's like, man, I love food trucks.
They're great. Wow, does this one not let you? Wow, I was so worried. In 2, you can over flatten something, but it just takes away the button after 3 swings. It's so nice. Spoiling me with this shit.
Yeah.
I messed up one thing, and I think that's all I'm gonna mess up. This whole, I mean, you know, there's more to do, but this menu is actually surprisingly doable. But I actually hit serve too fast on something that wasn't quite ready. It's funny because I'm serving a menu of mostly things I dislike.
Sure. Tiramisu, like, all right, let's go through the list. How do you feel about tiramisu? Like,
It's tolerable. I'm not a big like 1 to 5.
1 to 5,
2.
1, never touch
2.
it. Okay. 2, it's like you'll tolerate it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Spaghetti. This is also known spaghetti hater. 6 step mark.
I'll say, like, I think. Oh, okay. I'm gonna change the scale. I hope you're okay with that. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's 1 to 6 because I want there to be like I want different degree. One is I won't like I will turn it down, right? And that's a really high bar.
Right.
So it's like that makes tiramisu a 3 because it's like I don't care for it, but it's okay.
Like if somebody served it to you at like a wedding or whatever.
I would eat it and it would be fine. Spaghetti is a 2. If someone served it to me, I would eat it and it would be an effort because I do not like spaghetti.
Is it what? It's one of those things where it's like it's specifically the like wheat that's used, right?
I mean, like, you know, it's also like they often put things on it that I don't care for. I mean, like, you know, tomato sauce is fine, but like, you know, anyway, yeah, it's semolina. I don't like semolina. I don't think it tastes good.
Okay, which is like a decent number of like you know, pastas are made with that.
Most
But
Italian pastas, yeah.
Sure, but if it was made with a different type of wheat or whatever, like your objection might change.
Yeah, it might be fine. I don't know.
Yeah. Chris is asking about like bow tie pasta. You know,
I mean,
which I think it is like specifically it's the semolina, but like what do you feel about egg noodles?
I don't care for them either, but it doesn't bother me in the same way, I guess.
Sure. Okay. All right. Lasagna, similar track. What's up? What you got? What you got for lasagna?
Lasagna can be pretty okay. Lasagna can be all right. I'm gonna give lasagna like a 4.
Oh sure. Okay. I like to think I make a pretty good lasagna now, but it's just because I found like a very lazy, easy recipe that I can make. Like if I have the ingredients, I can assemble it, and most of my cook time is unattended, which is
Nice.
great. Which is like ideal because I work 10-hour days.
Uh-huh.
Oftentimes I will be able to get home earlier than that, but sometimes it's like I just worked a full day at the pet hospital, and I just do not want to do anything difficult. But it's very simple. Eggplant parmesan. What we got?
2.
2. I feel ya. Again, I'm okay with eggplant, but I just told you about the sushi eggplant I despise, or at least did not care for. Veal masala. That's like the mushroom one, so that has a lot going against it.
It's if no one's gonna call me out for scraping the mushrooms off, that could be a 4, right?
Okay.
If I have to eat the mushrooms,
1.
it might be a 1 because it's like genuinely, I am physically going to have a bad time later in the night. It's just like it's so hard to push past that.
Sure.
And also, I think the texture sucks and they taste bad. But
Right. Like that's the thing. Okay. I guess. Do you get to remake your menu on the next run?
yes.
Okay. I think let's see if we can find a bunch of things that I don't like, and then you can interrogate me about my food opinions.
Okay. Oh, Chris, you're an angel hair fan. I can't with angel hair. I can't.
Angel hair is tough. Like I like pasta, I like spaghetti. Angel hair I just can't do. All right, let me see. See things I really like. Like biscuits and gravy. I love that.
Sure. Easy to serve too. In this game.
Man, here's my problem. I like most of these.
Yeah, I mean, food is really good. You can find stuff I don't
Yeah.
like, but like
anything like shellfish I just can't have. Just for years I was allergic, and now
Nah.
is that like an okra thing on the bottom there?
there was okra, absolutely.
Okra. I don't necessarily care for okra. I can tell you
This
that.
isn't
Oh,
the
wait,
okra thing. That's just the name of a thing. But I think yeah.
Sure.
No, not this one. There is okra in this game, I'm pretty sure, but
I don't know. Actually, just go ahead and make your menu, and I'll think of things I really just don't like.
What about ratatouille? I'm not a ratatouille fan.
I've never had it.
Why don't we make a menu of things you have never had?
Okay. Let's do ratatouille. Let's see. What
Moussaka is
is
eggplant.
I've never
That's
had
rough.
moussaka. No. Let's try moussaka. Let's do. I love a gyro gumbo. Love all that.
Have you
I
had
had a friend
poutine?
who was supposed to. I've never had poutine. I had a friend who was supposed to mail me some like chicken gravy or whatever from Canada. She never did. Like that's fine. Like things got her life got like all caught up, but I could Blanc what's that?
Which one?
Oh I
blancmange?
Yeah, third. Yeah.
I will say I've never had a blancmange, but it's a fucking weird food.
Yeah, I've never had that.
And now we're doing side order
There was-
stuff. I'm gonna do chill mode on this, I think, because it's a hard one. Let's see. I'm sure you've never had hollow, but that's not a very interesting pick, frankly. Not just mechanically. I'm not trying to.
Sure.
What
What is a
about?
reload? What is that? Another French. Huh.
Yeah, let's put that on there. That's fine. I bet you've never had Sri Lanka.
I have not. No.
Uh, Red Seraph. I grew up with French, so I immediately translated blancmange to white eat, which is an interesting name for a dish. Yeah, the British do bad.
Yeah.
Don't like the British touch your food. They'll mess it up.
Like I don't even necessarily object to like beads on toast as like a concept, but on some because I like beads, I like toast, but it's like I want to
I wanna
The
I wanna
Brit-
make bunny chow sometime. We should do. I assume you've not had
bunny chow. I've
It's
never had
basic.
bunny
It's
chow,
like
no.
it's like a North Indian curry in a bread bowl. It sounds so good.
And then can we add anything else?
Oh, absolutely. We got one more slot.
Let's see.
Have you had Hypeon?
I don't think I have. No. All right, so I'm gonna write down these like dishes. I'm gonna start looking them up, and then I'll give them on a scale of like. Our scale was like 1 to 6. 1 is never. 6 is absolutely.
Right. So let's.
Like we'll have.
Yeah. So because we're gonna be in chill mode, we can take like time to look at the recipe and be like, okay, what do we think here? Sounds like Kyrie is gonna bring you some food, so we can hold up a sec.
No.
Oh, no, Jen's. Yeah, Kyrie is gonna be. All right. Listen.
She's bringing me like okay. I have let the black and white cookies settle for now, not entirely 24 hours. But we'll see how they taste after nearly a day. I feel really good about the black and white cookies I made last night.
They looked really good. I'm not a cake person, so I feel like I wouldn't have gotten into it as much, but so you can see what this is. This is thinly sliced like cucumber and squash and tomato.
Yes. You know, the key dish of like the film of the same name. Sort of thing. Thank you, Jen. So it's funny. I was watching like a day or two ago a binging with Babish video he just put out like a couple days ago, basically redoing the Ratatouille because his YouTube career kind of took off because he recreated the Ratatouille for his channel. And he said, like, if you look in this video, you'll carefully note that I avoid eating it because it tasted terrible. It looked good, tasted awful. I want to fix that. But that being said, I wouldn't object to necessarily trying Ratatouille. I like all those things. I like cucumber. I like, you know, tomato and peppers. But the problem is like the way, or cucumber, and things like that. I don't necessarily love the idea of it being thinly sliced like that because I feel like at a certain point, like it creates like a weird texture experience. Like I would absolutely love all of these, like in some of the recipes I'm seeing here, of like it being diced and turned into a casserole. Sure, absolutely.
That's the Midwest in you. I don't know if but it's just that's in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a wild poutine.
I take off the lobster. Like the concept of poutine is so fucking funny to me. Like it's like we're just gonna put all this like really savory stuff together on French fries. But I'd fuck up. I feel like I'd fuck up a poutine like pretty much any day of the week.
I'm gonna make more blancmange. Blancmange looks gross to me.
Blancmange does look gross because it's like I would look at it and be like, well, is there something else here? Because even like
fucked up real
like
bad.
flan, like flan's fantastic. That's like it's like all these colors. Also, I'm gonna take a bite into the black and white cookie. This is after being settled. Let's take a look.
Success?
Gang, you have to understand, I really fucking nailed this one.
Nice.
I'm gonna send you a picture, 6, to put on stream when we have a moment.
Sure. I mean, we're in chill mode. We can do that whenever. But
Sure. So I have never made black and white cookies before. I'm gonna send you 2 pictures. One of them kind of like on the rack, like afterwards, and then the bite I just took. Not exactly the most flattering photo.
Can I ask you to rotate the rack image? It would be hard for me to do so.
Yes. Let me do that real fast. But if you want to put up the one that is the cookie that I just took a bite into, do that. Get that done. Okay. Now, I will admit, my frosting technique is not all the way there, but that's because it's like the first time I ever did something like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, that's
That's huge.
yeah,
I'm working
yeah.
on
I have a, I took it with my phone, but yes, so the thing that I kind of stumbled upon is I used just a little too much vanilla and almond extract, but that worked really well because the like kind of cake batter that was the cookie is very savory,
it. Mm-hmm.
and that like pairs so well with the chocolate frosting and the like white frosting. It's not a vanilla frosting because I did, again, plenty of vanilla in the batter itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just straight up like a sugar cookie frosting, like on the white side. I don't love that they like necessarily cracked, but again, that has more to do with like my spreading technique more than anything because I
Mm-hmm.
would like drizzle on like layers and stuff. Like the technique that like works is to like, you kind of create a flood line and then pull it towards the edge, but I think the frosting was just like a bit too thick for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I got like way better at being able to spread it, but I already have some ideas on how I can kind of expand on this. I'm not above, of course, the like very simple like New York style black and white cookie, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like if I were to choose to elevate it or in my own way, I would love to get a much darker chocolate for the chocolate frosting side. Like real like I just kind of use like cocoa off of the shelf, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To make the frosting, and then a lot of like food coloring to kind of get that nice like deep black color. But I want like Dutch dark chocolate that I like, grind myself.
Wow.
Or I just put it in a food processor, to like
Sure.
make a powder out of it. And then I think an orange zest would go pretty well. Just a little bit of orange zest because dark chocolate and orange goes very good together. So, I mean, I'll run more experiments, but yeah, I'm really pleased how this turned out.
I think the way it looks, I don't know that I would try it. I'm guessing on the pronunciation. I don't know, but Paijan here, this like batter with like calamari and squid. I don't know that I'm into that. I wish squid tasted good because people should eat squid because they're little fucking monsters, but just shitty little animals. Unlike the noble octopus. And it sounds like that sounds like a shitpost, but like no, sincerely, octopi are cool. Squid are assholes.
Squids are like invasive species in some parts of the ocean. I like a fried calamari. That's like squid, but that's like you can deep fry just about anything and make it better. You know what I mean?
And
like,
even then, I'm like, frankly, not a fan. It's okay. You can eat it, but not impressed myself.
At a Japanese restaurant, I'm much more likely to get some edamame.
Sure.
All right. What were some of the other dishes we had on here?
So we got the moussaka here, right? Which we've been serving some of.
All right, moussaka. Let's take a look.
I'll have to prepare some for us to do that. Give me a moment. Let me throw away some and then make us a new serving of moussaka.
Okay.
Breadcrumbs, ground meat, potatoes, eggplant, bechamel. Cook.
I like a bechamel.
You don't like ground meat or potatoes?
I do like all of those. I'm just saying, like, the first image that you see on the Wikipedia page for, like, moussaka is not the most flattering image.
Fair enough,
that said,
I suppose.
let's see. I did find, like, okay, here's the thing. Again, eat with my eyes. Like, the Wikipedia one doesn't look very good. This picture from, like, a traditional, like, Greek one, that looks great. Like, I would happily eat that,
Okay, fair enough.
I think it really does, like, for me, a lot of it comes down to, like, presentation, to kind of get me, like, there. Although some texture, like for example, I don't love a stringy texture, right? Like, particularly like fibrous or stringy sort of thing. I am not into texture wise.
Oh, I fucked up. I'm not getting any awards on this one. I'm doing a bad job. I'm doing a very bad job. Well, listen.
Damn. A whole ass damn lobster on a fucking poutine.
I mean, it's not the whole lobster. It's just like a claw, right?
It looks like the whole damn lobster.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty close too. I guess
Pretty
it's like
close.
it's the tail and 2 claws, I think.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. That's a lot.
Thing is, what I need to do is just like the thing is I've had a little bit of like shrimp fried rice recently and didn't have a reaction to it. It's just really hard when for like, you know, most of your life you're told, hey, Kyrie, if you eat this crab, you're going to have an anaphylactic reaction. Because that's what happened to my brother, right? And then I was tested for allergies and a shellfish allergy had popped up. But allergies can change, people. Your tolerances like will change and things like that, but still, I find the smell of most shellfish gross. I think that's just like a defense thing, right? That's just sort of my body trying to defend me from like, if I think crab and shrimp smell awful, I won't want to eat it.
I mean, I think they can smell pretty bad. You know, it doesn't. Sometimes the end result is like something really tasty, but like I mean, also, as far as shellfish, the selection that I tolerate is pretty. I fucked this one up. Is pretty limited. Like, I like shrimp. I like a second thing. I mean, I like lobster and crab, but
Sure.
like. I don't like clams. I don't like oysters. I don't like mussels, you know?
Sure. Yeah. God, you know, I see images of like clam chowder and it's like, that looks good, but it's more like I've had a corn chowder and it's like, that's great. You know, I like that, like very rich, like stew, you know? Yeah.
This feels weird to me because I would have quit by now. Like, as in, like, given up because I was doing so bad. But I'm not allowing myself to do that. And so here we are. I'm still going.
So what kind of things are we putting on? Okay, so first, gravy, bean curds, whatever, and then this is like what, beans and.
So this one has brown gravy, cheese curds, smoked meat, hot dog, and eggs.
I have a cholesterol issue.
No, you don't.
I feel
You're
like-
about to, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
God, that's so much.
I mean,
So
poutine's bad.
good.
Poutine's bad for you. It's a loaded.
It really
it's a loaded fry
is.
recipe, and like, I don't know. I'm not above it, but like, it is junk food, and that's fine. But
Yeah, no, like I am not above junk food. It's just like, you know, you got everything in balance, right?
no, I mean theoretically, but in reality, I probably am not
Theoretically.
gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, six out here going to like a Canadian baseball game doing like
Wow,
the
I got bronze,
999
amazing.
challenge, but it's like 9 poutine. 9...
9 doors, 9 people.
That's right.
There's always room for improvement, Chef, but we could never be more proud of you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
we could be,
Whisk.
We could be more proud of you. We definitely could be more proud of you.
I could.
Well,
The voice acting's really good for them.
Yeah,
It's
no,
really
no,
charming.
it's very charming.
All right, down to 2. Let's do our Cook Serve Delicious 2 run. We
All right.
we did 2 3 runs. We're messing up the numbers a little bit. We're doing a little more than we have to, but you know, we're having fun. So
Yeah,
it's
no, we're having fun. It's fine. Yeah, we're gonna switch to on my end as well. Perfect. And in the dog cookie restaurant.
I don't know why you're laughing. I don't see what, like, I worked very hard to make people feel welcome. Though we are going to end up going somewhere else because we're going to do... Oh, what if we did the one that's eluded me? I've got golds on
the
everything but the
Burger.
last one.
Let's do it. Let's give it a try. If not now, when?
Probably later, but we'll try.
Sure. We'll try. What do we got?
No side dishes.
Okay. Got some burgers going. Getting some grilled dogs going.
We are.
Are these what style hot dogs are these? Like I see the sesame bun and I think the Chicago style.
I mean, they're that's what they show there in that picture is not specifically Chicago style. The sesame bun certainly evokes that.
Sure.
You're not off base with that read, but they're just sort of generically showing that they're nice hot dogs.
I see. I have no doubt told you about like the very first time I started intensely craving pickles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like as related to Chicago dogs. Like, if you don't mind, I could tell the audience.
Sure.
So roughly 2017 is when I started hormone replacement therapy, and you know there is a particular stereotype of transgender women that we all love pickles, and it's like, you know, whatever, right? For most of my life, I did not care for pickles. In fact, I actually had an aversion to them completely. If I had a pickle on my sandwich, I would actually cry. It was one of those things where it's like I would just give it away to someone else at the table. I did not like them. However, about a month or two into starting estrogen and T blockers, I suddenly had one of the most intense cravings for almost any food in my life. So I drove over to like a local Sonic and got, like, they had a Chicago style dog like available there that just comes with a big damn pickle spear right next to the hot dog. It was fantastic and I loved it. It was like, and now I love pickles. It's like, I mean, it's, you know, people suspect it's like, you know, when you go on specific types of T blockers, Spiro is like one of the more common ones. Like, it will make you more thirsty and urinate more often, and salt helps you retain, you know, like fluids in your body. So
No!
some have speculated. Oh no!
It's okay. We still could get a silver, which would still be an improvement, but it is not the run. Because I made a mistake. Sorry to interrupt your story.
It's fine. No, it was over.
It's never over. Fuck.
Oh no. What do you think it is about this like particular shift that eludes you with like the silver and gold medals?
I mean, it's just, it's a lot of like, it's very fast paced. Oh, that's the wrong fucking bun. It's very fast paced. There's a lot of like stuff that both requires a prep station, but then a holding station, but then also is like a pretty intricate customized item. So I can't just quick serve everything.
Sure. Because
I mean,
everybody has their way of like getting their hot dog made. Everybody has their way of a burger, that sort of thing.
Yeah, honestly,
or a breakfast sandwich.
More than like being a thing where it's like this one is particularly bad, it's more the case that I'm remarkably close in a way that is like, because the other ones, like, there are restaurants where I'm nowhere near getting an all gold, but I'm close here.
Like if the cutoff for silver is 80% or whatever, you're hitting 79.
Well, it's more that I have gold on every other day at the restaurant.
Sure.
Oh dear, this is gonna be bad. Oh, wrong button. Oh. Oh yeah, this run's done.
Oh no. Rip. That's rough.
What can you do? Nothing but your best.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be interested to see how many fuck-ups I have at the end of this when it tells me.
Right.
I hope it's a lot, because if it's only a couple, I'll be really pissed.
Ryan Davis.
Ryan Davis.
If we hit 88, if we hit 88, I mean, that's the Jeff Gersman, right?
Yeah, I guess so. This part is the home stretch. This part we're pretty much...
Yeah. Yeah, you're at this point. You're just cleaning up.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, dear.
Okay, it's fine. We'll
make do.
get out of my store. One bad, 4 average. That's far enough. Blah.
Damn.
Blah.
Yeah.
I've earned a silver star.
Hey.
My unlocks.
So many unlocks.
I got a pie.
Hey. To like aid with the
Ooh.
long pie.
Got new, well, we do have to do one thing real quick. You know, the ultimate animal is man, as they say.
That's right.
Wait, where?
Where did our it's like a it's a very vertical.
Maybe it's considered a
image.
food.
Possibly. 'Cause it was a kid, like, there it is, yep.
Is there anyone else while we're here who looks... No, these
We
are all like
got-
wholesome or whatever.
Yeah.
That won't do.
No. Can't have that.
There's that
Just
cat.
have another spaghetti cat, like, tucked behind the spaghetti cat.
That's it for 2. We're moving to 1 for the finale.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. One on stream. One over here. Perfect.
Oh wait. It's okay.
Oh.
We can back out. We can back out. It's not a big deal. Because we didn't customize our menu.
Oh, right.
People are sick of corn dogs. They don't want fucking corn dogs.
Don't want fucking corn dogs.
You know what? We need to completely rebrand as a restaurant.
That's right. We're gonna call this to the morning to the sea. That's why we got coffee, fish, lobster, and sushi.
We might
From
be
the
able to buy
morning to the
something more.
This is sushi. I don't. Okay, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. You got like a fucking Expensive pancakes, $900.
I like that.
Just like these. Here are these dishes that require.
What? I guess I fucked up.
Oh no.
Maybe my fingers were a little off on the keys.
Maybe. It'll happen. You more of a pancake person or waffle person? And the endless debate.
I mean, I'm happy either way, frankly.
Uh-huh.
But I guess if I had to pick, I would probably go waffle.
I'm like the same way. Because it's like... I certainly like pancakes, but
Oh, fuck that.
on some level, like, I they have to be like a certain thickness for me to like, you know, really like go crazy over them or whatever. I much prefer waffles, also because they're like, you know, once you have a like a waffle maker, you can just kind of, you know, slam those out, right?
Okay, this is... I mean, I'm not doing great, but this is feeling manageable.
Sure.
Oh, no. Oh, the trash. Oh, the trash is going to fuck me up here. It always does.
Mm-hmm. I do love how, like, this is a detail I'm sure, like, just speaks to the developer's understanding of how food service works. It's like the menu item to me does feel like the thing the, like, person up front yells to, like, the line chef in the back, right? To, like, tell them, it's like, okay, you gotta drop this, you know, dry single whatever, right?
Yeah, it does have that feel. I've gotten so much better at doing the dishes in this game compared to when I started. And just my technique is so much better. Oh no, come on, come on.
Oh.
Okay, we're doing all right here.
Put the sushi on the slab. You got this.
Butter.
There you go. There you go. Also, understated aspect of these games that is really great: the sound design.
That's great.
Everything, it just the way the things smack when you put them on the like grill or whatever. God. It will be interesting to see how they take a second stab at this with like remustard, right? Like. When the rare instance of like when I hear about like a remake or remaster, it's like, oh no, it's the same person redoing it, so or same group of people, so it's like, okay, it's them. How do you reapproach the problem that you tried to solve like 10
Burned
or
it.
more years ago?
I'm losing it. I had such a good run there.
Keep it together.
Rally.
Right, keep it together. rally, or checkers. You're depending on which coast you're on.
Okay, we're back in it. We're back in the fight. This is gonna kill me. Stupid trash.
Rush hour over.
Oh, I didn't put enough on the grill.
Oh no.
These pancakes got burned. Sorry, friend. My mistake.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You good. Fuck.
Oh no.
It's okay.
We're in the last set of orders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Such as it is.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we were always gonna make it. The game doesn't kill you. It's just
Right. It's
not
not
really
like
much of
there's
an
like a
achievement.
sniper. There's not like a sniper on the other building. You know.
honestly, 90% good orders. I'll take
On
it.
extreme difficulty? Sure.
Oh.
I think that's that's the cue for us to close up shop for the evening.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this series. I think they do something, they managed to do something cool and different with each game. Like, 1, I feel like, is just the most out and out charming, right? 2 has really, like, carefully crafted, like, levels in a way that's really fun. 3 has this frenetic menace and a really charming atmosphere. And then 4 really tries to, like, dive into what if cooking was
Or
about
take
a
some
series of
swing.
techniques, right? Like, as opposed to like
Right.
every, like in most of in 1 through 3, it's like, oh, this is how you cook a burger. It is this combination of keys, or this is how you cook a hot dog. And Forever is like, this is how you dice onions. This is how you grate cheese. And that's the part that's consistent.
Sure.
And it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Wario 64 is selling Bomba Jersey Fighter 2.
Damn, I love that. I love that series, but like I feel like the sequel just didn't quite get there.
I really liked. I wish I missed the pressure sensitive buttons from the arcade release where it gave you the different strengths.
Right.
Thanks everyone for
It
tuning
did
in.
break. It did break people's hands. Thank you, Six, for streaming.
Of course.
And thank you for everyone for joining us. The VOD will go up shortly, unless you're watching the VOD, which thank you.
Thank you to all of our
Reminder,
donors. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Reminder, donations will be open until November 20th, until midnight Eastern time. We had to choose a cutoff point, and that's where it'll be. But thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining us. If you want to find more, you'll find more on our YouTube channel, Patreon, website, all that. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to help some people out, and we can't do it without you. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. We will catch y'all
next
another
week-
time.
Yeah,
Next week, in fact. Yeah, good point.
Next week, I'll just say it here, I'm going to be playing some weird fucking Wii cooking games, and it's going to be a weird time. I'm excited to kind of close things out. But yeah, thank you, everybody.
We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
See ya.